Ew, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, with our girl Railgun and this show popping off like normal, we are seeing, I think, Railgun's true match. Like, everything she's doing to Railgun can be pretty much counteracted by this doppelganger after enough time, especially being able to manipulate most of the matter around, uh, or at least whatever she is around, like concrete and just hardcore stuff like that that she's near right now. It's all at her fingertips, while Railgun needs to have this girl in an area where like steel beams are and stuff that really do good with electricity. So at any given time, with any of that stuff getting destroyed, any of that stuff not being convenient anymore, all of a sudden puts her in a position where she's not going to be able to do nearly enough damage or be able to defend herself with enough materials and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, this battle is about duration as much as it is about who's more powerful and who's actually more capable, situational wise, because even the doppelganger having this advantage and seemingly doing things that are putting Railguns on her toes, it doesn't matter to the doppelganger, and she sees it as she needs to continue to get stronger, continue to, keep being innovative. But Railgun and the people that she runs into really killed up most of the time of this episode. Her just talking to these like criminals that are part of the dark side, and her having this full-blown long conversation with the leader was most of the episode. So more than not, we just learned that Railgun is really easily manipulated through certain stuff, but at the end of the day, I actually don't believe she's fallen for this, right? I don't think she fully believes that this girl is in judgment. Like she already noticed, she already pointed out the key thing that a judgment user would be having, especially the one that A was beating up an innocent person just to see um, if she was the doppelganger, and then B, they don't wear those things. She's never even like heard them be mentioned by her friends. So there's other judgment people out there that were fighting for the same cause. She just now has to believe that she never ran into these girls that have these powers and that could have assisted everybody. Everybody in judgment already with a power that can look across the whole entire academy city. But no, she just like chose not to do that at that time because plot. Uh, so I don't think Railgun is that capable of just being fooled that easily. We've already seen her go by some people that were much more intelligent and not get fooled by them. So unless she just believes the story because she wants to, thanks to the frog that this girl has supposedly good taste in, it might be the one and only way to truly break past Railgun's defenses. And the leader is only taking all these precautions and talking and this stuff only due to the fact of meeting Accelerator, finding out what the number one level 5 was like, and he pretty much gave all the other level 5s a chance to be superior over this team of people because they're either A, maybe we'll try something if they were all alone, or B, because they saw how all of them fared against a level 5 alone, it wouldn't even matter, or like, teamed up against one level 5 with no backup. It did not work. It just did not work. Um, so yeah, Railgun is pretty much the same with how ridiculously intelligent she is on the battlefield throughout the battle. At the start of the battle, she doesn't know much. She all of a sudden, towards the middle, knows a counter because of how many different things she throws at you. And then she actually takes notes of how you reacted, how you defended yourself. All this different stuff is in her way of just battling normally, which makes her dangerous, as the doppelganger notices. And she also notices that because there's those other people alive and they have abilities that are really good at tracking the doppelganger alone, seeing how they caught up to her, I think twice. Yeah, one person found her, then the rest the rest was history after they found her. They absolutely got bopped by her once they pushed her to a breaking point. So even the people that she was fighting had done something so dramatic that it actually hurt her. She didn't actually, end up dealing the final blow, which she starts to regret. So that's a pretty big compliment from someone as strong as her, who's fighting almost on par with Railgun. And Railgun being who she is, she's not trying to, I don't think she wants to kill the doppelganger, right? Like how her first attack was to encage her and to just try to have her relax and not go wild. But that didn't matter, seeing how she is just already broken protocol in the case of getting injured, and her body is acting out of necessity to live. And it feels like everything they're doing right now is the only way to live. So I don't know, I'm really enjoying this little miniature arc, but at the end of the day, it's going to come and go, and it's going to be sad. But at the same time, it looks like everything's going to just keep heating up, and that's what Accelerator, Index, and now Railgun for me have been doing pretty flawlessly. Like, they continue to do stuff that pushes their characters. They know smart ways of pushing their characters, and seemingly other shows kind of just push their characters because they have to. This one feels like they're learning new ways to manipulate stuff with powers that they've already been using for so long, but they're getting a better understanding of how to use it, which just makes Railgun even that much more dangerous when she fights opponents that allow her to push herself, that won't just die from one electric shock from her. So at the end of the day, they're only making Railgun powerful towards the next time we see her in the further installs of Index, or if we even see her in Accelerators, because I think Accelerators timeline is now connected to Railguns because of these evil girls having any type of recollection of what happened to them in Accelerator spinoff. That's the only time all that stuff happened, was in his spinoff. So why do they remember it in Railgun spinoff? Because this is the same universe, baby. Which is amazing for a couple of reasons, because it just goes to show you that they could easily do this with Index. They could easily do this with the main source material and have us really looking dope when everything kind of comes to its end. But regardless of all that, I wanted to just I'm trying to get at least 3 videos out to you guys before I have to go to work, so I'll end it here. Let me know what you're thinking about Railgun. At the end of the day, it's pretty interesting, and sometimes it does fall a little bit short with some of the dialogue to me. I don't know if that's everybody else. I can completely understand if you like the dialogue and whatnot, but her talking to like the blonde girl and stuff like that, that's the type of stuff that kind of loses me, because of course it's going to be important information all the way up until then, when the information is not important and we just move on, so yeah, we'll see how this plays out. But I hope you all are having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you sooner than later. So with that being said, peace.